Alright, so welcome back, and with letter A wrapped, I'm moving on to finishing letter B, which I kind of showed in the last video just a tiny bit, but just to show again, this is the outcome of my first attempt at making a bag. I used a template. I didn't really think through the handle part enough to finish it satisfactorily, so that's what I'm going to do now, is go back and actually just remove the handle, cut across a straight line, and just use the, wherever I have them, the kind of pleated scissors, or I don't know what the proper term is, but however the way this cuts is supposed to be so that it doesn't fray. So I'll sew across the top and then basically just call it done. And so hopefully just a short and sweet video this time, as opposed to that longer 15-minute video. But yeah, the intent of the videos is just to kind of document the process and yeah, try and improve with each project that I'm doing, the project itself, and the act or the process of creating the videos of them. So here we go. So a little bit of time has passed since the last video. I just kept not cutting it, but I'm trying to get in that spirit of just do it and not worry about perfection. So grabbed a ruler and like a little square to try and get the straight chalk line across, and I just use those scissors with kind of zigzag pattern on them to cut straight across. And even without sewing it up, I already like it a lot better. Even something that I didn't like about the design, just as it transferred from the original pattern, was it just seemed too long, especially the material type. If you put anything in there, it would just be like so weighed down, it wouldn't have a nice look to it. So this lends to a better look and probably like a better function. It's almost more of like a book cover, or you could even use it as like a laptop case or a tablet case if you had something that fit that dimension. But anyways, yeah, already happy without having sewed it, so that's what I'm going to try and do next and see what happens. And one more obligatory clip of the dogs, Rocky and Tully. I'm dog sitting Tully right now, so rainy day, we already had our walk, and thankfully the dogs are just relaxing, chilling. So it's another day, and I'm still not done the bag, but I think this video is actually going to help me finish. All I did since the last video was put the pins in, and just hum and haw about slight debate between sewing machine and hand sewing, but I really think hand sewing for me is the easiest. I'm sure maybe somebody else would be able to do that easily, but for me right now, I think I just need to not even research on YouTube or watch any more videos to just delay starting, and just rip it off like a band-aid and do it. And so I'm even going to time myself, and in the final product see or the final little clip at the end of this video, see how long it takes me to actually sew these 2 lines, straight lines basically. So yeah, fingers crossed it's painless and gives me a decent result. So we'll see what happens next. So it's a half an hour later, the dogs are chilling, and I finished stitching up those 2 lines, even if not very straight and pretty chunky, and yeah, probably could have been closer together. Still happy it's done. Probably took me about half an hour, and I think that included a lot of time of struggling with the needle and the thread, and like threading the needle, that is. And a couple times got screwed up with different knots and stuff, but just kind of forged on and just wanted to get this done. So you can see I've got a book in here. This is what I'm reading. Picked up from the library, The Great Hunt, The Second in the Wheel of Time. And I think this is going to be kind of my big thing that I consume while I work on all these different projects. I really enjoying these books, and I'm listening to the Wheel Weaves podcast while I work on different projects. I'm reading chapters on my downtime and listening to the podcast when I'm just hanging out with the dogs or trying to get motivated to work on these projects. And sometimes it's just like getting the things lined up so that when I have a few minutes available, I can, just pull through on it. But yeah, I just wanted to show as well, because, it's just funny how things work out. I wasn't going to, I wasn't sure rather how this bag was going to turn out and what its actual application would be. But it's funny, it fits the book, and sorry for the bad camera angle. But it also is a nice size for, an iPad. So you can see iPad fits in really nicely. Obviously, it's still like not enough protection on its own, but I have another case that I use, and that would actually, or protector that I use, and that would work with it. Or if you just like want to keep it from getting dusty or scratched somehow, just little extra protection. But so yeah, it's funny how it worked out. Didn't originally intend it to be used for a book or protecting a softcover book or an iPad, but it seems to be its best function right now. And I guess that's part of the process, like creating stuff you don't really know how they're going to turn out or what you'll use them for, but there it is. One last look. And one last look at the dogs, and see if I will be able to move on to starting or re-continuing on letter C, which is chess coffee table. So see you next one.